Hello, everyone, and welcome to Mr. Mo Franchise. It's episode 9. We're going to be taking on the NL West foe, the San Diego Padres, and we're going to see the rest of June. So here we have it. Rockies, Padres. We're sending Jordan Sheffield with his 19-plus ERA against Chris Paddock with his 2.96 ERA and 5-3 record. Home game for the Rockies. Can we get our first play win of the series? It doesn't look good with Jordan Sheffield on the mound with that very high ERA and a 2.57 whip. Goodness gracious. Here we go. First batter for the Padres. Jake Cronenworth. 4th in the National League in stolen bases, so we clearly want to keep this guy off the base pads. Here's the 1-2 pitch, and a ground ball to Hampson. And the first out of the game. Good start. Here we look at the Padres lineup. Obviously, Hosmer, Machado, Pham. What we don't see is shortstop. We do not see the cover athlete, Tatis Jr. So maybe he's hurt. Either way, that's going to help us in this game. Second batter is Eric Hosmer, and he's going to fly out to right field for the second out of the first inning. Sheffield looking good here early on. But can he get out Manny Machado? Machado not hitting Machado numbers, only batting .258, so maybe we can get out of this inning 1-2-3. And Machado is going to send a weak pop-up to first base. And that's 1-2-3 for Jordan Sheffield. That should help out that ERA. We go to the bottom of the first. No score. On the mound for the Padres, we have Chris Paddock, 5-3 record. 2.96 ERA. He's off to a great start this year. And we're going to send up Garrett Hampson, our leadoff hitter, batting .230. I'd like to see that average go up for your leadoff hitter. Here's a base hit for Hampson. Finds the spot in between the shortstop and the third baseman. Great start here for the Rockies. 1-2-3 inning in the top, and then a leadoff hit here in the bottom. Good job for Hampson waiting on that cutter and sending it to left field. 1-2 count here to Sam Hilliard, who's batting .221. And he's going to strike out on the check swing. He couldn't hold up on that 12-6 curveball. And Chris Paddock records his first strikeout of the game. Next up is C.J. Cron. He's batting .242 for us in the third spot. 3-2 count. Here's the pitch. And I strike out on the high fastball at 96 miles an hour. And Paddock notches his second strikeout of the game. And second in a row. And that brings up Ryan McMahon with the 1-2 count. And then Hampson gets picked off because that's how the Rockies do things this year. Not looking good in the base pads. That ends the first inning. We did get a hit, but there's still no score. Top of the second, we have a 1-1 count here to Tommy Pham batting .297. Here's the pitch, and he's going to ground out to first baseman C.J. Cron. And that's the first out. Jordan Sheffield has recorded 4 outs in a row. Next up is Austin Nola, who's got a lot of votes in the race for All-Star, and he drives the ball to deep center, and that is going to be gone. And you can see why Austin Nola is in the leaders for the All-Star race, as Nola sends this ball 460 feet and gives the Padres a 1-0 lead. Austin Nola got all of this ball as we watch the replay. Show Vision going to slow this down and watch that ball go. And Nola knew it right out of the bat. That ball exited with 100-mile-per-hour exit velo and 459 feet projected distance. Sheffield comes back and gets the strikeout on the next batter. That's 2 away. And that's Sheffield's first strikeout of the day. So good comeback there. Next up is Jorge Oña. And he's going to draw the 2-out walk. And that's going to bring up the number 8 hitter, Jurickson Profar, who's batting .222 on the season. Here's the 3-2 count, runner going. And that's going to be hit to third base. And the play is made. So 1 run on the solo homer by Austin Nola. and the Padres take the early lead, 1-0. Next up for us, Ryan McMahon with a 2-2 count. And he's going to get caught looking in the inside fastball. Questionable call. Maybe caught a little bit of the black. Either way, one away, and that brings up Matt Adams, batting 200 on the season. Here's the 2-2 count to Matt. And he strikes out on the 12-6 curveball from Chris Paddock. That is his 4th strikeout of the day. Next up is Raimel Tapia with a 2-2 count, batting 236 on the season. And he strikes out on the slow changeup below the strike zone. Quick inning there, top of the 3rd. 1-0 Padres. Sheffield gets his 2nd strikeout against his counterpart, Chris Paddock. And that brings back the top of the lineup, Jake Cronenworth. 0 for 1 on the day. Here's the 1-1 pitch. And he's going to ground out to CJ Cron. 2nd out of the inning. Sheffield doing a good job bouncing back from that solo blast. And it brings up Eric Hosmer. 3-1 count, however. Here's the pitch. Swing and a ball to deep center field, but it's not going to quite have the distance. And we are going to camp under that for the 3rd out. 1-2-3 inning. Bottom of 3rd. 1-0 Padres. Dom Nunez up, batting 200. Trying to stay above the Mendoza line here. And this is going to cause him to drop below the Mendoza line as he grounds out the shortstop. 1 out in the inning. That brings up Brendan Rodgers. As you can see, his line split. He's hitting much better against lefties than against righties. 3-2 count to Brendan Rodgers, batting 223. And he strikes out on the 12-6 curveball. Chris Paddock looking strong early. That's his 6th strikeout. And he gets to the pitcher with the 2-2 count. And that ball is hit to first base. Another 1-2-3 inning for Paddock. He's notched 9 outs, and 6 of them have been strikeouts. Top of the 4th, 2-1 count to Manny Machado, who's 0 for 1 on the day. And once again, he's going to pop up to first base. 2 very weak at-bats for Manny Machado today. That's a good sign for Sheffield. And next up is Tommy Pham. 1-2 count to Pham, and he's going to swing and strike out on the ball in the dirt. Sheffield records the out as it's thrown to first, and that's Sheffield's 3rd strikeout of the day. And that brings up the only run so far today, Austin Nola. 2-2 count to Nola, and he hits another ball to center field, but this time it's going to stay in the park. We go to the bottom of the 4th. The score is 1 for the Padres and still 0 for the Rockies. Garrett Hampson leading off again in the 4th. 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. And we strike out on the 12-6 curve. It buckled our knees. We had to watch it. And that brings up Sam Hilliard. 3-2 count to Hilliard. And we swing and strike out again on the 12-6 curveball. 8 strikeouts for Paddock out of 10 outs recorded. 80% of his outs recorded today, approximately strikeouts. 2-2 count to CJ Cron, and he strikes out on the heat. And Paddock is carving us up with the strikeouts. We go to the top of the 5th. This game is going quickly. 1-0 Padres. Here's Trent Grisham up. He's 0 for 1 on the day. 1-1 count, and he's going to hit one down the 3rd base line. That could be a single, maybe double. He is going to try to stretch it. Here comes the throw to second, and he is going to be safe as that throw is offline. A leadoff double for Trent Grisham, his 11th of the season. Look at that, takes it just down the line on that grounder. Unable to get to it was Ryan McMahon, and so that brings up Jorge Oña. 2-2 counters the pitch, swinging a fly ball to right field. With the 84 speed, I bet he'll challenge him. And he is. Here comes the play at 3rd. And it's not going to be in time. Good base running there. And now the Padres have a man on 3rd with 1 out. Can Jerkson Profar bring him in? Sheffield could use a strikeout here. And he gets it. 95 miles per hour on the fastball. Records the 4th strikeout of the game. Big out there. Can he strand this runner with the pitcher Chris Paddock up? And Paddock's going to send a very lazy pop-up to the second baseman, Garrett Hampson. And Sheffield pitches out of the danger. We go to the bottom of the 5th. It's still a pitcher's duel, 1-0. Ryan McMahon up with the 2-2 count. And he swings and strikes out on the low changeup. That is Paddock's 10th strikeout of the game. And that brings up Matt Adams with a 3-2 count. He's 0 for 1 on the day. And Adams is going to strike out on the inside cutter. That was a ball, but he couldn't resist. And Paddock notches his 11th strikeout of the day. And that brings up Raimel Tapia with a 1-1 count. Nobody on base here in the bottom of the 5th. Here's the pitch. Swing and a base hit. Right back up to the middle. Good job, Tapia, getting on base. Maybe that can start something going here in the 5th. More importantly, it's not a strikeout. That brings up Dom Nunez, one of the rare people who haven't struck out today. 2-2 count to Nunez. Here's the pitch. Swing and a base hit to center. It is going to be a base hit. It hits off the wall. Come on, Tapia, rounding third, and here comes Tapia coming home on the double, and this game is tied. 2-out rally here for the Rockies. Paddock had been cruising, but Tapia gets the hit, and then Nunez, the double off the wall, brings in Tapia with good speed, and it's tied at 1. And look at Nunez, he's excited there at second base. So Brendan Rodgers is up with a 2-1 count, bottom of the 5th, in a game that's now tied. Here's the pitch. Swing and a base hit to right field. Are they going to send the runner? No, they are not. Not good enough speed to get there. They're going to hold the runner at third. That ball was hit too hard to send the runner. We chose not to be aggressive there. I think we would have been thrown out at home. And that brings up the pitcher spot. Jordan Sheffield has pitched a whale of a game, but we seize an opportunity here. And we're going to bring in Josh Fuentes to be the pinch hitter. Batting 181. Here's the 2-2 count. Swing and a strikeout. And Paddock records his, I think, 12th strikeout of the game. 12th or 13th. Unfortunately, we leave the runners on first and third, but we do tie it up. And in comes Ty Colbreth. And Colbreth is going to get maybe the first out of the inning. Yes, he does. That is a fly out to left field. And the lefty Colbreth records the first out of the 6th inning in a 1-1 game. And now it's lefty on lefty against Hosmer. 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. Swinging a fly ball to right center. And that's going to be tracked down by our center fielder for the second out of the inning. Good job so far here for Colbreth. Let's watch that replay. Love to see that angle taken there. 99% route efficiency. Covered 108 feet. 2 outs, and that brings up Manny Machado, who has had 2 weak pop-ups to first base. Let's see if Colbreth can have the same success. And he does. It's not to first base, but it is a lazy fly ball to left field. And Machado is going to be 0 for 3 on the day. We go to the bottom of the 6th. We are knotted up at 1. Garrett Hansen leading off the 6th here against Joe Musgrove. Musgrove somehow pitching in relief. That's showing you how good the Padres' starting rotation is if Musgrove is in the bullpen. And Musgrove records the first out. And that brings up Sam Hilliard, who's struggling today. 2 strikeouts. So at least there's a different pitcher on the mound. But it's going to be the same result for Mr. Hilliard as he strikes out for the 3rd time today. And there's 2 outs in the inning. And that brings up C.J. Cron, who's also struggled with 2 strikeouts today. 1-1 count. Swinging a fly ball to center field. That's going to go to the warning track, and that's where it's going to die. He hit that ball probably about 410 feet, unfortunately, to the worst part of the stadium, and it just becomes a loud out. So in comes Robert Stevenson here in the 7th facing Tommy Pham, and he's going to start off his relief appearance with a leadoff walk. Never a good way to start off your appearance. And that brings up the only run so far for the Padres today, Austin Nola. 2-2 count, and he's going to hit a fly ball to left field. Not going to have the distance. We're going to record the first out of the inning. And Pham goes back to first base. Next up, Trent Grisham, who's 1 for 2. They're going to steal. Here comes the throw to second. And Pham gets a stolen base. And now Pham's in scoring position. That's his 18th stolen base of the year. And Trent Grisham has the 1-2 count. We're going to throw the circle change, and that's going to be hit to right field. Will Pham test the arm? He will not, and I think he could have made it, but he is in scoring position. So there's 2 outs, and still at second base, Tommy Pham, and that brings up Jorge Oña. 1-1 count to Oña. And that's going to be a fastball groove to center field, but it's not going to have the distance, and that's going to be the 3rd out of the inning. Good job by Stevenson pitching around that leadoff walk. We go to the 7th inning stretch in a 1-1 game. Leading off for the Rockies is Ryan McMahon, looking at a 3-2 count here from Musgrove. Here's the pitch. Swinging a fly ball to center field. Did McMahon get enough of it? I don't think he did. We have been making good contact of late after a lot of early strikeouts, but that's going to be a fly ball out. 1 out in the inning. Next up is Matt Adams, who struggled today with 2 strikeouts. Here's the 2-2 count. Swinging a ball way back, and that is upper deck. Matt Adams crushes that ball 489 feet. That ball was murdered. Somebody should be arresting Matt Adams in this state of Colorado because that ball was killed. Let's watch the replay maybe several times because that's one of the few highlights of the Rockies this season. And we can say Colorado has the lead. Now you can attribute this to the era of Colorado, but Matt Adams sends that to the third deck. Launch angle, 28.4 degrees, 113 exit velo, and 488 feet later with a perfect swing. That ball comes down as a souvenir for the Rockies. And this is the latest in the game that the Rockies have had a lead. And we just struck out there, but I don't care. I am so excited. We've got a lead going into the 8th inning. And we get a pop out here to the catcher, but I don't even care. We go to the top of the 8th, and it's Rockies 2, Padres 1. Can our bullpen secure this lead? In fact, we've only given up 2 hits the entire game. The solo home run to Nola and only 1 other hit. We're ahead on a 2-hitter, 2-1, as Matt Adams just admires his work. We go to the top of the 8th. It's Rockies 2, Padres 1. Jerks and Profar is going to lead off the 8th inning here with a 3-2 count. Stevenson, don't do another leadoff walk. He doesn't. He gets him to line out to shortstop. 1 away. Good job, Stevenson. 5 outs to go for the Rockies. Will Myers on the 2-2 count, and he's going to swing and miss on the slider. Good job, Stevenson. Gets the strikeout there. We got 32,000 plus seeing this game here in Colorado. Can we get the win? Here's the 3rd out of the inning. Yes, it will be. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Rockies clean to the 2-1 lead. In comes Emilio Pagan in relief for the Padres. Got a nice 3.0 ERA. And he's going to face Brendan Rodgers, who's 1 for 2 in the day. Here's the pitch. And Rodgers is going to take the leadoff walk here in the bottom of the 8th. It would be nice to get some insurance runs or run. And Coach Mo is going to pinch hit Scott Burcham. And Burcham with the 197 average is looking at a 1-2 count. And he's going to hit it the 3rd, 5, 4, 3 in the double play. Nice job there by Machado. And just like that, Pagan gets 2 outs in the inning. And the rally is essentially over. And it brings up Garrett Hampson. And Hampson's going to ground out to first base. We go to the top of the 9th. Can we get our first play win of the series? We're going to bring in Scott Oberg. We haven't had a chance to do that much this year. But he is 12 of 14 in save opportunities. And here we go. Eric Hosmer. First batter faced for Oberg. Here's the pitch. Swinging a fly ball to left field. It's going to be lazy enough that we're going to be able to get under it. And it is in foul play. And it is a catch. Oberg gets the first out of the inning. We're 2 outs away. Manny Machado, who has not had a good game, 0 for 3. Here's the pitch. And he draws the walk. And now the Padres have the tying run at first and the winning run at the plate. And Tommy Pham. And Oberg knows he made a mistake there. Here's the 1-2 count to Tommy Pham. Swinging a strikeout on the slider. And we're now 1 out away from getting our first victory in a play game this series. Pham goes down. He's angry about it. And it brings up Austin Nola, who we don't want to see. The only person that's got the solid hit today. Here's the pitch. 1-1 count. Swinging a ball to third base. The throw to first. It's it! We've done it! We've done it! Our first win of the series in a play game. Rockies 2. Padres 1. An outstanding performance by our pitching staff. Our hitting still not very good. We only got, I believe, 5 hits in the game. Yep, we only recorded 5 hits. We only get 2 runs, but at least for today, it was enough. Stevenson gets the win. Oberg gets the save. Matt Adams is the hero of the day. Anytime you hit a home run that far, you get to be the player of the game. And here it is, the replay. Matt Adams sending that ball into the stratosphere. What a beautiful game this was for us. I don't know why they're showing this replay, but we get the win. Our first played victory of the series, and rightfully so. I roll a 5 and get a plus D12 to all categories for a home game win. And so that's really going to help things out here. I rolled a 7, so we're going to go from fans from 40 to 47 approval, GM up to 40, and the media and the players are now at over 50% at 54 approval ratings. Big win, big win. The random event was third base coach offers positive insight. The third base coach helps a position player improve their base running aggressiveness. Rolled the following charts to see the impact, then simulate 4 weeks. I rolled and got my backup infielder, and then our third base coach is a D+. And so our backup infielder, Scott Burcham, improved his base running aggressiveness by plus 3 points. And then it's time to simulate 4 weeks. So as we look at Scott Burcham, we're going to add those 3 points of base running aggressiveness. So he goes from a 63 to a 66 for base running aggressiveness. Not sure how much that'll help, but everything's good. So now we're going to sim 4 weeks. We're going to get a win against the Brewers, have a 2-game winning streak, and another win, or a 3-game winning streak for us. And then we lose 6-2. And then we lose 9-1 on Sunday Night Baseball. Have a day off, then we get a win against the Mariners. Actually, we sweep them in a 2-game set. And then we travel to Milwaukee, and we lose a close one 2-1. We lose one 6-3. And we finally get the third one 7-6. Then we take on the Pirates. We lose 3-2. We had a major injury here to Brandon Rogers. And so I brought up Carlos Herrera from the Triples. He's only a 65. He's not much of a hitter. He's more of a glove man, but he's got a hot streak going on. And so he was our best option for shortstop. So he's going to get a chance to show what he can do in the big leagues. Good luck to Carlos Herrera on this squad. As we continue the simming, we're going to lose to the Diamondbacks in the opening game and then lose again. And not very good run scoring there. We don't score any runs the first game. We only score 1 the second, but we do win the third game with a score of 64. Then we lose to the Padres 3-2. We lose again 7-2. And we finally get the third game 6-4. Have the All-Star break at that point, and I want to show you the player that we had. Every team is guaranteed 1 player. And so let me show you who we had. Wasn't our starting pitchers. Wasn't a relief pitcher. It was going to be the closing pitcher. Scott Oberg makes the All-Star roster with a 1.48 ERA, and nice job, Scott. And then we're going to simulate the other days to get to the next game. So the next video we're going to be taking on the Dodgers. Hopefully have better success than the last times we have taken them on. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already, think about subscribing, smash that like button, and tell a friend. We've gotten our first play win. Let's see if we can build on that success moving forward. I know this next matchup against the Dodgers is going to be tough, but we'll give it our best effort. Thanks again for watching, and have a great day.